Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Farhan Tashimita Mahamdan and my matrix number is 2023667648 and I am from JLG12048. So this is my written report presentation for assessment 2 ELS253 proofreading and editing 2. I'm going to explain to you what is the difference between proofreading and editing. So the first one is editing. Editing is the first step that you need to do after you have done with your materials to make sure it enhances a text clarity, structure, and coherence by revising content, reorganizing ideas, and refining language. And the next one is proofreading. Proofreading is the final review of a text, focusing on correcting grammar, spelling, punctuation, and formatting errors. This is the two materials that I used to analyze for this assessment, which is cover letter and also resume from Craig Kunj. So the first one is, what is context? Context refers to the surrounding text and situational factors that influence the meaning and correctness of words and sentence. And also from the cover letter, I analyzed two errors, which is disorganized structure and also missing key components of a cover letter. This is an example for standard cover letter format, which is we need to have header, date, employees, context, salutation, opening paragraph, middle paragraph or body paragraph, and also closing paragraph and column complementary closure. So as you guys can see from the example here, this is supposed to be the right format for the cover letter. This is a context error in the resume, which is the inconsistent spacing between paragraph. So we need to set our spacing between sentence to 1 to 5 and spacing between paragraph to 3, so it's going to be consistent throughout the resume, and also the inconsistent bullet point. So we need to add the bullet point for each of the information that we already listed out, because from the first part of the resume we use the bullet points, so throughout the resume we need to use bullet points to make sure there is consistency in the resume. So the next one is content. Content refers to the substantive elements of a text, its ideas, arguments, and overall message. So from the cover letter, I analyzed two errors, which is the two information used in the whole letter, which is the writer used the phrases like "I'm your guy" and "you, I'm the looker" because it's overly casual for a professional setting. And the next one is lack of personalization to the company, because the writer doesn't properly mention the company's name, mission, or job scope that needed in the cover letter. These are the things that actually need to be included in the cover letter, which is the opening paragraph, middle paragraph, and also closing paragraph, along with the complementary closure. So this is a content error that I found in the resume, which is the first one is adequate information irrelevant job experience, because this is too much emphasis on unrelated job experience, while relevant design experience is minimized, because the writer mentioned about that his or her work experience as assistant manager in mid department, and it doesn't need to be explained because this is unrelevant to the design experience. And also the next one is outdated information included, because the writer includes outdated software like Flash and Go Live, which are no relevant in the design industry, so we just can eliminate those two software. The next one is language. Language refers to the appropriate and consistent use of grammar, vocabulary, tone, and style to ensure clarity, coherence, and alignment with the intended audience or purpose. And also this is the error in the cover letter, which is the capitalization of superb. And I'm superb at working with people, and superb doesn't need to be full capitalized because it's in the middle of a sentence, so it needs to be spelled out using small letter. And also as the spelling for companies, because I only apply to companies, the companies is the plural form of company, so it should be spelled out as COMPANIS, as the company ended with Y, so the word ended with Y. When it changed to plural form, it need to use IES to make it plural, so we need to change the spelling for the company. So this is the correction that I made for language error for the cover letter. This is the language error that I found in the resume, and this is the most obvious one, which is related to punctuation, which is an omitted copy error occurred due to missing Oxford comma before the third object in the sentence. So as you guys can see in the sentence here, that utilizes my experience, education, and creativity. So when it involves 3 or more subject in a sentence, so we need to add Oxford comma due to professionalism. And also I already add for the correction, I already add education and Oxford comma, and then continue with and creativity. So I add Oxford comma after the second subject and before the third, the last subject. The last one is mechanic of writing. Mechanic of writing refers to the technical convention that ensure a text correctness and readability. This includes proper spelling, punctuation, capitalization, and formatting. So this is one obvious error that I found in the cover letter, which is related to punctuation. A semicolon is used to connect two closely related independent clauses instead of colon that is used to introduce explanation. So semicolon is actually supposed to be used in the sentence because the sentence connect two related independent clause, which is I'm going to cut to the chase here. Semicolon, I think I'm born to be a. So as you guys can see, I already corrected it, which is I omit the colon and add the semicolon. This is the error of mechanics of writing that I found in the resume. The first one is transposition and up to date with current analysis. As you guys can see, the up to date using hyphen to connect the words, and this is about the transposition happened to change from the compound adjective to the adverbial phrase to align with the sentence context. So we don't need the hyphen for the word up to date. And the next one is the abbreviation of black and white. So the error is B and W and color printed. So it's supposed to be spelled out fully as black and white because we need to ensure the professionalism in the resume. These are the corrections that I made to the resume's mechanics of writing error. To wrap up this presentation, why is it important to edit and proofread according to these 4 things, which is context, to maintain consistency, ensuring that tone and style remain consistent throughout the text, and the next one is content, ensures clarity and coherence, verifying that the main ideas are clearly presented. Next one is language, to improve readability and eliminates ambiguity so the message is understood as intended. And the last one is mechanics of writing. It is important to correct grammatical error, to fix issues with grammar, punctuation, and spelling to ensure professionalism. Thank you for listening to my written report presentation.